So, let's unpack what might be the most delicate, damaging, and frankly stunning twist in the ever-unfolding Sussex saga. Prince Harry, yes, the Duke of Montecito, the self-exiled royal who traded palace corridors for California sunshine, has just made an unplanned and notably solo return to the UK. The reason? Not a royal engagement, not even a family emergency. According to multiple sources, this sudden trip is pure damage control, and the source of the damage? A leaked video. But not just any video, a private recording shared, in part, by none other than Tyler Perry. Yes, that Tyler Perry. The filmmaker, the mogul, the man who once handed Harry and Meghan his mansion as a safe haven when they fled the monarchy, the godfather to their daughter. That's who just let a snippet of an unreleased video diary slip, and what it revealed was enough to send Harry racing across the Atlantic, reportedly without Meghan or their children.
So far, the relationship has been an incredibly lucrative relationship for one party and one party alone, and that's Harry and Meghan. Tyler Perry didn't need to appear in their Netflix series.
Now, let's be clear. This isn't a gossip item. This is a crack in the foundation, a very public fracture in what has long been marketed as the Sussexes' united front. The footage, we're told, was recorded privately some time ago, perhaps post-Netflix, post-Spotify, at a point when the Sussex brand was already wobbling. Meghan appears to be venting, not just about the British press, not just the monarchy, that's well-trodden ground, but about Harry himself. And the tone? Not heartbroken, not burdened, candid, cool, possibly even contemptuous. In the leaked 90-second clip, Meghan allegedly refers to her Duchess title as the most expensive leash I've ever worn. But the line that went viral, the one that had tabloids gasping and palace aides reportedly stunned, was this: "If Harry wants to run back to his crown and his corgis, let him. I'm done babysitting a prince with no kingdom." A mic drop moment, if ever there was one.
Perry says he's innocent. Maybe he is. But the fact that Harry and Meghan haven't even leaked, one of their favorite pastimes, and you can quote me on that, to the press that they stand by him is just another example, in my opinion, of the Sussexes' all about me mindset.
The fallout was immediate. Social media lit up. Media outlets, even those usually cautious in their coverage, were forced to pick it up. And the palace? Already knew. Multiple insiders claim Tyler Perry gave them a private heads-up before even that brief segment leaked online. Whether that was out of loyalty, frustration, or a strategic pivot of his own is unclear. What is clear? This was not an accident. This was a shift. As for Harry, he was reportedly spotted in California at a polo match just hours before the tape began circulating. By morning, he was en route to LAX, visibly distressed. Private jet, last-minute booking, solo manifest. No Meghan, no children, just Harry and a phone he allegedly couldn't stop refreshing. And it doesn't help that Harry is, let's just say it, losing on every front. And let's talk about Meghan's silence, because it's loud. No statement, no clarification, no carefully worded note about being taken out of context. Just nothing. Which in the celebrity world, especially this celebrity world, is not normal. It's intentional. Meanwhile, Harry has reportedly reached out to royal aides, offering, astonishingly, to share his private schedule with the palace in hopes of de-escalating the tension. But let's not pretend this is about diplomacy. This is triage. According to royal insiders, both King Charles and Prince William had already seen the footage. The reaction? Tense. Deeply saddened, according to one source close to the king, palace shorthand for furious, but keeping the gloves on. William, however, is said to be far less diplomatic. One aide reportedly quoted him saying, "He made his bed in California, let him lie in it."
Prince Andrew, Harry's blood relative, Tyler Perry, chosen family, that distinction could spark even more scrutiny over Harry and Meghan's judgment or lack thereof.
What's becoming clear is that this moment, this clip, may be a turning point, not just for Harry and Meghan's public image, but for the future of Harry's standing in both families, royal and marital. Let's not forget, Tyler Perry doesn't move without intention. If he allowed even a second of that footage to surface, it means something. Maybe he felt used. Sources suggest Meghan's team had continued requesting professional favors, from production introductions to backing her next lifestyle project. It's worth noting Perry has built his empire on loyalty, privacy, and independence. And if those values were compromised, well, this may be his way of stepping back. And that's where Tyler Perry re-enters the frame, not as a passive bystander, but as the unexpected catalyst. Because, let's be honest, this wasn't just a leak. It was a move, strategic, deliberate, and possibly years in the making. For a man like Perry, who has built an empire on discretion, loyalty, and control of narrative, sharing any private footage, even in a limited, closed-circle setting, was no accident. And when that footage captures Meghan not only voicing exhaustion with the monarchy, but expressing visible disdain for her husband's royal past, and by extension, perhaps his present, that's not just interpersonal drama, that's reputational detonation. Prince with no kingdom wasn't just shade, it was surgical. It struck at the very identity Harry has tried to reconstruct post-royalty. And for Perry to be the one to circulate that language, even indirectly, signals something far more complex than a falling out. It suggests Perry is done shielding the Sussexes, and perhaps done being used. Sources close to the situation say Perry felt increasingly sidelined and transactional, that after opening his home, offering public support, and even accepting the role of godfather to their daughter, what followed wasn't deepened trust, it was a flood of professional asks, meetings, introductions, endorsements. And Perry, who famously operates on intuition and loyalty, may have seen the line between friendship and exploitation begin to blur. He's spiraling. Whispers around town are saying the same thing. Harry is conflicted, not just stressed, not just tired dad in Montecito vibes. We're talking deep marital uncertainty here. And the evidence? Oh, honey, it just keeps adding up. Flashback to the last time Harry ran to Tanya Jenkins? It was during his breakup with Chelsea Davy. Yes, that Chelsea. Tanya has always been his Southern African mom, a woman he seeks out when he's standing at a life crossroads. Back then, it was about ending a relationship. And now? Well, all signs suggest this visit follows the same emotional blueprint. Same woman, same retreat, same energy. What the hell do I do now?
He's missing out on things that he can't have with Meghan in tow. And so he has to make some decisions outside of this relationship with Meghan.
Behind the shiny portraits and curated photo drops, the reality is crackling like a broken tiara. This wasn't a spontaneous safari. It was calculated. Sources say he didn't even speak to Meghan or the kids for 3 full days. No calls, no check-ins, just silence and a lot of thinking.
There should be no way back into the royal fold whatsoever, because that would bring down the monarchy, I think, because there are a lot of people who are very opposed to it that will not tolerate this couple anywhere near the monarchy.
And who wasn't consulted? Doria, which says a lot. This wasn't a family meeting. It was personal. It had to be someone he's known longer, someone he respects. Tanya fits the bill. And that, my dear listener, is what makes this so telling. He didn't bring Meghan. He didn't bring the kids. This wasn't a family retreat. It was an exit strategy consultation.
Where's your future? Where are you going? Where's your family? You literally have no future. You have no prospects for really earning money.
And it doesn't help that Harry is, let's just say it, losing on every front. He's trying to make independent decisions, sure, but he's also never had to do that before. The royal family used to make choices for him. Now he's in Montecito, solo, figuring it out with a woman many are saying is bringing him down. And there's that lingering devastation that even after all the drama, the interviews, the memoir, King Charles is still refusing to meet him in September. That's not just a snub, that's a crown-sized slap in the face. Meanwhile, there's talk of Grid sharing his diary, but he's not even sharing it with William directly. It's being handed off like a cursed scroll, from Harry to the king's aides to maybe William? The whole thing screams dysfunction. This is not the confident man of Spare. This is someone backpedaling through protocol, hoping someone throws him a rope. Let's zoom in on Tanya Jenkins. This isn't a casual connection. Tanya's the woman Harry seeks out at his lowest, just like during the Chelsea fallout. And this new visit? The transcript couldn't be clearer. He needed clarity. He needed guidance. He didn't ask Meghan. He didn't ask his team. He went straight to the one person who's seen him before the royal exit, before the Netflix deals, before the drama. He's trying to recalibrate, alone. And it's not lost on anyone that this clarity retreat involved no wife, no kids, no phones, and possibly no return ticket to the same old dynamic. The perception game? Oh, it's unraveling. People are noticing. They're noticing how Harry keeps playing ball with the palace, but from outside the gate. This latest diary drama, he's saying, look, I'll stop being a bugger, but it's giving too little, too late. Charlotte Griffith even walked back her original report, now saying he's not directly communicating with William, but going through palace aides. And let's be real, if you can't call your brother directly, that's not reconciliation. That's royal bureaucracy in a tuxedo. And Meghan, people are watching her every move, like how she conveniently releases photos of Lilibet right after Kate does a charity appearance. The timing isn't subtle. So now, whispers say, a split is brewing. Not a relationship one, a brand divorce. Rumors swirl that Sydney's team is considering backing out of future campaigns, quietly fading into more editorial-focused lanes. Some say she's reevaluating her partnerships. Others claim she's been distant from AE since the Backlash hit segment on Hot Topics. The desperation is no longer whispered. It's screaming through glossy email campaigns and failed rosé restocks.
Please make the desperate, delusional PR push end.
By mid-2023, things were already wobbling. I was among the first to say it. Netflix wanted out. And sure enough, the warning signs started blinking like a paparazzi camera outside Nobu, Malibu. Insiders, credible ones like Rob Shooter, said Meghan was hustling for new bigs, pitching docuseries, lifestyle shows, daytime talk, and even The View. The verdict from Hollywood? Raised eyebrows. Because when you're floating talk show appearances next to Whoopi while your husband is focused on fatherhood and charity work, it's clear. You're not in the power couple lane anymore. You're in the scramble for relevance.
They had one success with Netflix and a bunch of flops. As ever is a joke, and there is no strategy to be seen anywhere.
Let's talk receipts. After that reality show splash, nothing Meghan touched hit big. Pearl got scrapped, Heart of Invictus, 500,000 global viewers. Her lifestyle series, With Love Meghan, ranked 383rd in Netflix's What We Watched list. That's just barely making the top 5%, and only because most Netflix content has the shelf life of a fruit fly. The relaunch of As Ever, an email blast with pseudo-intellectual ramblings, generic affirmations, and wine. One user nailed it. You can't build a brand when you never offer the same product twice. And while the Daily Mail pushes this fantasy of a new gold mine, we know better. The Obamas had a similar soft landing, a first-look deal after their partnership fizzled. That's not triumph. That's damage control with soft lighting.
Netflix got the reality show. There has been no hit since then. None of the deals that Meghan claimed were on the slate were ever announced.
So what's next for the Duchess of Desperation? Apparently, talk shows, rosé, and maybe Thanksgiving-themed lifestyle specials. Multiple sources say a new first look deal is coming, not a continuation of the original mega deal, but a gentler, face-saving handshake from Ted Sarandos, who remains a huge fan. The question is, fan of what exactly? Even as Ever, which she's relaunching like a pop star clinging to her sophomore album, is reportedly not a Netflix priority. And yet, the spin continues that Meghan's wine brand is the it drink of the summer. Girl, please, the memes are drinking it more than the public is. Let's talk public image, or lack thereof. Royal News Network called it, "Please make the desperate, delusional PR push end." That's the vibe now. People aren't clapping, they're cringing. Remember the Spotify breakup and the infamous grifters tag? That wasn't a slip, it was a siren. And now the Netflix PR machine is cranking out bizarre spin like Meghan's new gold mine. Honestly, the propaganda is so thick, you'd think someone in Montecito is hand-feeding lines to the tabloids. And yet, former allies stay quiet. The Daily Mail is now pushing PR. Meanwhile, no one in the top-tier royal reporting game wants to touch this. That silence? Screaming. Now let's get fiscal. Running Archewell reportedly costs $3 million a year. That's just the team, not the security, not the upkeep on the Montecito mansion, and definitely not the cost of botched brand launches. The rosé business? All over the place. The timeline's inconsistent, you couldn't buy the 2023 bottle anymore, and suddenly, boom, the 2024 blend is your new favorite accessory for alfresco lunches. Yes, really, that's a quote. But when your brand's entire strategy hinges on a seasonal wine drop that you can't consistently deliver, it's not lifestyle luxury, it's liquid panic.